Any tips that you have received from your father?
So I thought any tips he wants to give to me.
He can.
He's also my landlord. So.
Biggest tip is pay rent on time.
Pay rent on time.
He was the one that would force us to come down every day to the pit
Right.
and hang together in the beginning because usually क्या
तो
होता था
actually
कि
मैंने पहले पिट बना लिया था
नहीं,
फिर
तो
It was his
विवेक तो वहीं रहता था. विवेक ने होटल के बाहर एक अपना घर भी बनाया था. काय जोय, काय
she's on a different tone.
What yeah.
No, but at the same time, she's that person. But then you see her as a mother. You know, see her performances.
Hi, this is Tejashree and today we have with us the wonderful team of Lootere. Hello everyone. Welcome to ETimes. So first of all, sir,
Jay.
no, your son. Your son. बेटे का first project. How is the feeling? How is that feeling?
पहला प्रोजेक्ट तो उसका बहुत
As a
साल पहले हो
director.
चुका.
No, as a director.
So my project is now becoming a project himself. Jay is my first project.
Yes.
He's having his first project. नहीं.
Development
It's a great feeling कि कुछ ही दिनों में his work is going to be out for the world to see. The world is going to know his capability. He's going to emerge out of the shadows, and that's what every father wants. That the son, goes far beyond the father's shadow and shelter.
Correct. Any tips that you have received from your father?
So I thought any tips he wants to give to me.
He can.
He's also my landlord. So.
Biggest tip is pay rent on time.
Pay rent on time.
I mean, I've learnt everything I know. I've learnt from him.
Yes, you also
And his
co-directed with him for Scam.
Yes.
So how was the learning? How like what has you like
Film
what
school,
what
yeah.
what is the inspiration? You can see.
What are my inspirations?
From him.
Persistence,
Eat biscuit.
perseverance, food.
Okay.
Food.
Okay. So like there are chances of being compared, obviously. But are you ready for that challenge? How are you going to tackle?
Honored. Why not? I mean, if what I make is as good as what he makes, then to matlab I've done good, no?
Yes. My next question is for you both. How is he as a director? You have acted with him.
So bad.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Only to Rajat he was amazing. For us he was awful.
Why?
Awful. Just
Always late.
always late. Writing.
He doesn't have a
somewhere,
mobile
sleeping.
phone. There's no way to get in touch with him.
No. Jokes aside, he was Jay is great, and going back to what you just said about feeling a pressure, having a father who's so successful and being in the same business. He didn't have any of those issues or qualms while he was working with us, or not that one thinks about those kind of things, but I think his demeanor is such एक तो ज़्यादा tension लेता नहीं है, which is good, keeps his temperament in check, makes things light and fun, because stakes are always high, it's always stressful, there's always problems, so it's nice to keep things light and have that kind of approach to work. It also makes your job as an actor a lot easier, otherwise there's too much chilly and all, then it doesn't really help. So I think he's very assured, he's very, that it might be his directorial debut, but he's been working for more than a decade, and he's put on many different hats, right? You've been an EP, AD, many different departments, and you can see that. In fact, I think a director must have some information, some knowledge about what happens in different departments, otherwise it's so hard. Like I would never direct, I've said that, I would never direct anything on camera.
So one of the first things I told Jay when we used to work, when we were doing City Lights, I made Jay make the budget of the film. I said, sit there and make the budget. I said, you must be aware about what we are making and how much we are spending. It's one of the things I tell all the people who work with me. थोड़ा budgeting के बारे में, we can't just enter into movie making thinking कि नहीं पैसे तो उनका काम है. कुछ किसी का काम नहीं है. Everything is, we are responsible for everything that is happening there.
So what was the challenging thing as a director for you? Like there are very scenes which are very challenging. So how you cope? Like how you did?
I have to be honest, the most challenging thing as a director is to know whether this is actually a good take or not. You know, because it might look good on set, but when you're seeing it on the edit table, it may be the opposite of what you saw there. Or you know, your memory of something that happened also changes over time. So you may not remember. You in your head you think, अरे वो तो उन्होंने ऐसा किया था. एडिट पे देखते हो तो पता चलता है कुछ अलग ही किया था. So you know, so the process of constantly reworking and rewriting and constantly trying to be objective, I think is hands down maybe the biggest challenge. Because if you आप एक फिल्म 100 बार देखोगे तो आप ऑब्जेक्टिवली कैसे उस चीज़ पे काम करोगे कि ये सीन अच्छा है या नहीं. मतलब एक पॉइंट के बाद आपको पता ही नहीं है. और इसमें एक्चुअली रजत सर का बहुत बड़ा हाथ है, क्योंकि रजत सर is the only person who has actually come home and he watched episode 1 to 8 in one sitting. 1 to 8 in one sitting. He watched all episodes in one sitting on the edit and constantly, क्योंकि edit का process भी बहुत लंबा था. तो एक ये था कि मैं जब भी मतलब महीने में 2 बार तो मतलब रजत सर का ईमेल आता था कि don't worry guys, just keep it going, you all are on the right track. So that thing of reassurance, you know, from both Hansal sir, Rajat sir, it just kept us going, you know. And to see him also through his entire life and through life and his career also and my career, to just know that, you know, you just have to keep going. Stopping is not an, you know, giving up is not an option, you know, through both their filmographies, you know, just and yeah, just constantly telling us, saying, अरे बहुत अच्छा है जय, भरोसा रख, बस करते रहे. You know, it's just, it was
because
crazy.
what I was saying earlier is that when you're at a shoot, you have an idea of कि कितना अच्छा हो रहा है या खराब हो रहा है. We were all very excited at the shoot and we knew that this is something special. लेकिन बहुत बार वो editing में नाश हो जाता है उसका. You know, if people are not working diligently, so that fear is always there कि edit कैसा होगा. And happy to report that at the editing it went a level up, you know, so that was very good news for all of us.
Yes. Jay, you have worked with such a talented actors. Like we have few more in the series.
Yeah.
So how was managing all of them? Yeah. What no?
I didn't have to manage anything. I mean, manage क्या करना है इसमें? I feel we were all ultimately, you know, I think teething period सिर्फ पहले 2-3 दिन होते हैं. उसके बाद I think उसमें भी रजत सर का बहुत बड़ा हाथ है, because he was the one that would force us to come down every day to the pit and hang together in the beginning, because usually क्या होता था कि
मैंने पहले पिट बना लिया था,
It was his pit.
विवेक तो वहीं रहता था. विवेक ने होटल के बाहर एक अपना घर भी बनाया था. लेकिन हम लोग क्या शूट के बाद बार बार अपने रूम में ही चले जाते थे कि बहुत लंबा दिन था तो चलो सोना है अब बस, यू नो, थक जाते थे. बट देन आई थिंक एक बार रजत सर आ गए तो इट वाज लाइक, ए यार तुम लोग क्या है नीचे चलो, 7 PM आई एम गोइंग टू सी यू गाइस डाउनस्टेयर्स, यू नो. कंपल्सरी था अटेंडेंस.
Within half an hour of coming back
Yeah.
from shoot, you had to be downstairs for like a meal together, which was quite
You have to be
it was
down. So
really-
I think that brought everyone together.
yeah.
एंड तब तक मतलब हम एक दूसरे को जानते थे, मैं सबको जानता था, लेकिन सब एक साथ कभी नहीं बैठते थे. वो आई थिंक रजत सर के आने के बाद सब एक साथ बैठने लग गए. वैसा था कि
Also एक और एडवांटेज था हमारी शिप पे, मतलब वैनिटी वैन थोड़ी ना ला सकते हो, मतलब ठीक है आपको कमरे मिल जाते हैं,
That's true. So everybody was hanging out.
you had
anyway.
to be
hanging out.
around, and you know I hope people do this more.
Yeah.
Because वही हो जाता है, and I don't carry my phones usually, so I really like actually hanging out. It helps you a lot because you're near this. It also makes the day more efficient. You know, you don't step away from it. Otherwise, you go to a vanity, you go into your own. You know, you do whatever. It makes a difference to the day.
Yeah.
You step out of where you're supposed to be.
This is very interesting. Can you just tell us about how the shooting went? In the sense, ship में कितना shooting हुआ, and on the set कितना shooting हुआ, and
I think 50% must have been
Yeah.
the ship, no?
50-50.
More than
Yeah.
50%, I think.
More than 50.
The number of days, in terms of days, I think the maximum number of days was spent
We're on the ship. We're
yeah.
on the ship. Yeah. हमने शूट शिप पर ज़्यादा किया है, लेकिन शो में I would say weightage 50%.
क्यों एडिटिंग में निकाल दिए सीन्स तुमने हमारे शिप वाले क्या बे
आपने देखे?
No, actually, also ship में there were a lot more complications because, like you said, no, the 4 weathers, you know, Cape Town is known for having 4 seasons. He was saying twice a day. I remember it being once, but twice a day. So that means, you know, rain, sun. So you are kind of catching up. Sometimes a scene that you start today might finish tomorrow. Or a scene that you do coverage for one side might finish in the later half of the day. You squeeze something else in the middle. But I think those were challenges of the location that you had to adjust to. Right? Fair boss?
या और पोर्ट पे शूट करने में मतलब रूल्स रेगुलेशंस बहुत होते हैं
Right.
कि आप ये टाइम पे के बाद शूट नहीं कर सकते, ये टाइम के बाद आप लाइट नहीं रख सकते, क्योंकि हम जिस पोर्ट पे शूट कर रहे थे अगर हम बड़ी बड़ी लाइटें मारते हैं तो सामने से जो जहाज जिसे पोर्ट पर आना है वो शायद हमें ठोक ना दे। तो ऐसे कॉम्प्लिकेशंस थे, रूल्स थे which we had to follow, you know, and
Amruta Khanvilkar is not here, but you had scenes with her.
No, she's here.
She's
she's here.
Here.
Oh, okay.
Wife.
Okay. How was working with her then?
It was so good that I've asked her not to come. No, I'm kidding. No. Look, working with Amruta is just what an energy, what a person. She's truly unique. A very experienced performer and a producer, another actor who's a producer.
Yep.
And so yeah, working with her was great. And she's, you know, far more experienced than I am. So it was effortless with her, you know. And just very quirky, very energetic, very unique. Yeah.
Mad energy.
Yeah.
ऐसा
Same-
crazy
same-
ball,
हाँ,
like,
हाँ.
tang, tang, tang,
What
tang,
is
tang.
it?
really
Like Kai Joy, like
Chill.
Joy,
Yeah,
Kai.
she's on a
chalna
different
tha.
tone. Yeah.
What, yeah.
No, but at the same time, she's that person. But then you see her as a mother. You know, see her performances.
Yeah.
But that's again experience. You know, she can do that at a switch.
Abhi-
So that was very interesting to not only work with her, but see how easily she could do that.
Oh, very easily. मतलब हम जोक करते थे कि अमृता क्राई नंबर 45 करता है, कि अमृता लाफ्टर नंबर 30.
She's got that much
Like she's
command
that.
of her. Yeah.
Like,
so
you know,
very
she's
good.
she's on it. Like she said, okay.
Great.
Like-
My next question is to Rajat sir. Sir, more than decades you have been in the industry. Anything you would like to say to the younger version of Rajat?
No, you're doing well, keep at it.
Okay.
And how was working on this project?
Amazing. Absolute pleasure to find this man as a director. He was really keeping it all together, you know, emotionally and intellectually, and keeping people together. And then, like I said earlier, that he never loses his cool. He did once. One day was very bad when he was angry with his cameraman, I think. But he didn't say anything to the cameraman. To us in the car, he was saying some mean things about him. Other than that, I don't remember him losing it. Losing it at all. I hope Charlie watching it. I'll tell you later what he said. But other than that, he was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it's very hard to be a director because it doesn't matter what size, whether it's a small film, big film, whatever. It's hard because things are always going wrong. There is no other way. It's a magical moment when things come together. Normally they don't. That's the rule of life and filmmaking. They don't come together. So you are trying to make sense of what is given to you and, you know, making the best out of that. So it is always stressful. Now people react differently to stress. Some people go nuts. Some people can keep it together.
Yeah.
So it's a pleasure to be with somebody who can keep it together.
Right.
Yes. So all are excited for the series.
Very
Very
excited.
excited.
We are as well.
Very excited, very grateful for Hotstar and our producers and everyone who else has supported, and
Yeah.
just you know, hoping that the powers that be will bring the audiences and they will support us, because you know, at the end of the day, all of this has been done so that they can enjoy and they can really enjoy this ride with that we have all spent a lot of our time
Yeah, and so
creating.
more filmmakers can make different stuff
Yeah.
like this, and you know,
Yeah.
if they watch it, we'll be able to do more like this.
Few more other films
filmmakers
are
will-
also releasing on the same date. So are you
Right.
No, it's
What?
I will
the
watch
films
Madgaon.
releasing,
Yeah.
films
Yeah,
releasing on that
Madgaon
day. It's
Express,
I will
yeah.
go watch it.
It's Pratik Gandhi.
Yeah.
मतलब everything should see. हर चीज सब कुछ चलना
Everyone should.
चाहिए.
Everyone should do well.
Go to the theaters, watch Madgaon Express, come back home,
Yeah.
watch Lootere.
Yeah.
मतलब वो सब है.
I will watch.
One is for binge watch, one is for fun watch.
Yeah, yes. All the best
Thank
for
you.
the entire team.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you.
yeah, thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tej.